Welcome to your YouTube channel Amazing Ras. After getting political control over South India, the British tried to gain control over the rich Bengal province in the later part of the 18th century. The Bengal province had achieved tremendous growth in the areas of agriculture, commerce, and industry. The East India Company was making considerable profits from the province. The dastak issued by the Mughal ruler Farooq Siyar were the main reason for this, but the dastaks that were limited to the company transactions were misused by the individual officers of the company. This resulted in huge loss to Bengal province. Hence, all the Nawabs from Murshid Ali Khan to Ali Wardi Khan opposed such misuse. This led to confrontation between Nawabs and the company. This resulted to the two crucial battles called Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Battle of Plassey, 1757. Ali Wardi Khan, the Nawab of Bengal, died in 1756. His grandson Sirajud-Dowla came to the throne. The Battle of Plassey took place between the young Nawab Sirajud-Dowla and the British in 1757. Reasons of Battle of Plassey. Misuse of dastaks. Sirajud-Dowla was furious that dastaks were misused by the officials of the company, causing losses to the government treasury. Mending of the fort without permission. The British repaired the fort of Calcutta and placed cannons in them. This further angered Sirajud-Dowla. He ordered the removal of the cannons from the fort. The British refused to do so, angering the Nawab further. Black Room Tragedy. Sirajud-Dowla conquered Fort William easily and imprisoned some of the British. He imprisoned 146 Englishmen in a small room in the fort, of which 123 died. This is called the Black Room Hole Tragedy or Black Room Tragedy. This enraged Robert Clive and arrived to Bengal with a huge army. Robert Clive attracted the rich locals like Manik Chand, Nemi Chand, Jagat Seth and others towards him. He was successful in convincing Mir Jafar, the military head of the Sirajud-Dowla, to stay neutral in the battle by offering him the post of Nawab. Encouraged by these developments, Robert Clive declared a war against Sirajud-Dowla on June 23rd. Everything went according to the plan of Robert Clive. Sirajud-Dowla, who tried to escape from the battlefield, was captured and killed. Outcomes of Battle of Plassey. This war brought out a immorality, lack of unity among the Indians, the greed of Indian businessmen. Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. The company gained exclusive rights to the trade in Bengal. Mir Jafar had to pay rupees 17 crores and 70 lakhs to Sirajud-Dowla as war indemnity for the attacks of Fort William. In a nutshell, Mir Jafar became a victim of the company and its employees. Even though the treasury went bankrupt due to this greedy nature, the greediness of the company and its officials were never satisfied. The British projected Mir Jafar as an insufficient Nawab, and they brought Mir Qasim, the nephew of the Mir Jafar, as the Nawab of Bengal. Battle of Buxar, 1764. Mir Qasim, who became Nawab after Mir Jafar, was an efficient administrator. In the beginning, he remained loyal to the company. He paid 2 lakh pounds to the company and gave away a few places also. But later on, he declared himself an independent king. After verifying the misuse of the dastaks, he declared all business was duty-free in Bengal. Indians competed against the British in all spheres of the business. As a result, the British trade suffered considerably. This was enough for the British to oppose the Nawab. They brought Mir Jafar again to dethrone Mir Qasim. As Mir Qasim knew the cunningness of the British, he went for an organized war against them. He was supported by Indian merchants and artisans. Mir Qasim entered into agreements with Mughal ruler Shah Alam II and Nawab of Awadh Shujauddaulah. The combined forces of Mir Qasim, Shujauddaulah and Shah Alam II attacked on British, but British army was led by Hector Munro at Buxar had got upper hand. Mir Qasim was defeated and ran away from the battlefield. Shah Alam II surrendered. The efforts of the combined forces to stop the British failed miserably. Outcomes of Battle of Buxar. Shah Alam II accorded the Diwani rights over Bengal to the British. Shah Alam II gave away all the rights over Bengal to the British for an annual fee of rupees 26 lakhs. Shujauddaulah, the Nawab of Awadh, had to pay war indemnity of rupees 50 lakhs for waging war against the company. With the death of Mir Jafar, the company paid pension to his son and took over the entire administration of Bengal. The Battle of Buxar made the British the real holders of the power in Bengal, Bihar and Odisha provinces. Even Awadh remained under this control. Dual government concept. In 1765, Robert Clive brought in dual government in Bengal. As per this, the British had the right to collect land taxes, whereas Nawab had the power of administration issues like justice and others. In this way, the British gained political control over India to protect their business interests. I hope this video made you to understand the full history of the arrival of the British. History is always amazing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video and press the bell icon.